you?
Over here!
Dad, Coral, how many times have I told you not to run away from me?
Shouldn't be so hard on her, you know. She actually saved me a phone call. I have a mutually beneficial offer to propose. Clearing up front so there aren't any misunderstandings down the line. I want to be more than just a figurehead on the board of your foundation.
Meaning what?
Meaning I want the input into the programs and also decide or have a say in what children are selected as beneficiaries.
Well, in other words, you want to take over?
No. I just want a voice.
Mm-hmm. Well, you say that now, Jax, but why should I trust you?
Well, firstly, because I'm excited. It's a worthy cause, and it will annoy the hell out of Tracy. And secondly, you don't really have a choice. Because there are not a surplus of philanthropists who are willing to lend not only their name, but a substantial financial contribution to the startup of a charity created by a crime lord's sister.
He charmingly reminds her. Thanks. All right, fine. I'll be in my office all day. Why don't you call my assistant and set up a time to stop by, and we'll hammer out the parameters.
Well, I think perhaps that you should call me, since I'm the one doing the favor.
Yeah, well, you never know. It could turn out to be the other way around. Come on, Rosie.
Hi, Courtney. Your assistant said it was okay to come in?
Sure. Can I do something for you?
Jax hired me to do some legal work for him. He said that he's participating in a nonprofit foundation that you're working on.
Yeah, that's right.
His primary concern is that it remains legitimate, so that would mean excluding your brother and your ex-husband, and, of course, any monetary contributions that they would make.
Okay, look, I have been over this with Jax. I assured him that Sonny and Jason have no involvement with the foundation. Either he believes me or he doesn't.
Of course I believe you. Courtney's reason for bringing me in was legitimacy.
Well, all right then. It's good. We're all on the same page. So the next thing we need to talk about is Carly, so we need to discount her participation as well.
Why?
She's Sonny's wife, and she's also a criminal in her own right.
Carly is also my closest friend, and if she chooses to take an active part in the foundation, I will welcome her help. If either of you disagree with that, the door works both ways.
Here's my advice. If Courtney sticks to this position, she's not going to be able to achieve her goals, as admirable as they are, without the specter of the mob hovering over every move that she makes. My advice is that this is brewing trouble that you neither need or want.
Courtney, like a minute of your time, please.
Who said it was okay for you to barge into my office in the middle of a meeting?
Well, your assistant wasn't at her desk. I'm here on official business. I have reason to believe you're starting up a non-profit corporation for the purposes of money laundering.
Why is it that you eventually always show up wherever I am?
Well, I think you need to ask yourself that question. I assume that you filed all the appropriate paperwork to set up this foundation of yours?
Of course, through my attorney.
Good. I need to see copies, just to make sure that the information you submitted is correct.
That is not your job. Checking incorporation papers is the job of the State Attorney General's office. Now, if this were a criminal matter, I would expect someone from the PCPD fraud unit to maybe show up and take a look, which is still not your job because you are the DA. As woefully incompetent as you are at that job. But your job is to prosecute cases that already exist.
Well, I'm at least competent enough to come close to getting a conviction on your latest criminal client, Faith Roscoe. That is, before you panicked.
I did not panic.
Then why the stall, Alexis? Why did you file a continuance in the middle of a trial if you're so competent in your litigation skills? It'd already be to the jury by now, unless, of course, you're just trying to stay in close proximity to me.
All right. Do you have any concept of how obnoxious
Look, you are painfully transparent in this. You extend the Roscoe matter, and then you insert yourself into Courtney's foundation, knowing full well I'm going to investigate it. I mean, what's next, Alexis? Bubblegum on my chair?
Okay, you know what? I'm sure Jax is just as fascinated as I am with all this, but what does it have to do with the charity?
Nothing at all. This is just Miss Davis's vain attempt at a mating dance.
Senior time counselor, you are not inspecting anything without a properly executed search warrant. Let me take a wild guess. You don't have one.
I can get one.
See, I knew you didn't have one. Watch out for this man. He is slippery and he is corrupt. Do not tell him anything. Do not
Courtney,
give him
are you sure you want Alexis to represent you in this matter? I mean, clearly she has biases.
You're just...
Well, Alexis is Mr. Jax's attorney, and since he sits on the board, You do sit on the board, right?
Absolutely. I'll be intimately involved in all aspects of the nonprofit. I trust Alexis implicitly.
Well, that's good enough for me. You can contact Miss Davis with any further legal questions.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm going to have to get a court order to review all of the funding of the corporation, not to mention where all the monies go.
Okay, you do whatever you need to do.
Okay, fine.
This foundation is completely legitimate.
We'll see.
I mean, you heard him. Do you believe this? Do you believe how arrogant
you change your opinion rather quickly.
If there's a wrong side of the issue to be on, Rick Lansing will be on it. And if he is opposing it, I now am for it. Don't worry. I will make sure that your foundation and your charity is all working as it should.
Thanks, Alexis.
Do you have any idea what just happened?
I have no idea, but I think it was to our advantage. Partners?
Partners. Now I have to give you credit. Asking Dr. Meadows' office to notify you as soon as Sam scheduled her amnio was smart. Little underhanded, but it works.
Information's power. You have to learn that if you want to be a successful head of an organization.
I'll try and remember that.
Hi.
Hi.
Sam McCall is having an amnio. Do you know what room she's in?
523.
Well, here we are. Moment of truth.
You really want that baby to be yours, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I want to be able to give back some of what my father gave me.
Well, I wish you luck.
Thanks. And thanks for, going out of your way. You didn't have to escort me all the way to the hospital.
Oh, God, you're just as conceited as Rick. I happen to have business here of my own.